In this short video, we'll take a look at data policies and how they compare and contrast with UI policies. This form has a field called request type that management wants to require whenever the state is set to a value of closed, complete, incomplete, or skipped. We could do that with a UI policy on this form. However, let's take a look at data policies and see what they have to offer. Right-click in the form header, Configure, Data Policies, click New. Here we see some different options than we have for UI policies. Data policies execute server-side, and so they can do things like they can apply to imported data, SOAP interactions, and can generally more thoroughly enforce the action you want to take, because UI policies really depend on actions taken through a standard browser. Let's uncheck this box to demonstrate something that we'll come back to. Give this a name that indicates what you want to do, and we're going to select the conditions that we want this to occur on, which is whenever the state is one of these values, closed, complete, incomplete, or skipped. In the hamburger menu, save, so we stay on the same screen. Down in the blank related list for data policy rules, click New. Here we also see some differences between UI policy rule and a data policy rule. Data policy does not offer a way to control whether a field is hidden or not. We can't control the visibility. We also cannot null out a field. Let's select the field we want to take action on, which is request type. And we can make it read-only or mandatory, in this case, or not read-only or not mandatory. But we're going to, in this case, require the field, set mandatory to true, click Submit. And now we see that that is added in the rules down here. We can add other rules for other fields also in this same data policy. Let's go back to our record and see what this does. Now when we select Close Complete and we do not bother to select a request type and we save the record, we get an error. This enforces very well, but let's see what else we can do to make this a little more user-friendly. Right-click in the form header, Configure, Data Policies. Let's open up the policy we were working on and check that box we unchecked, which is Use as UI policy on client. Save this policy. We'll go back to the record. We will again select Close Complete, and notice that now we get an asterisk next to request type. More user-friendly, warns us before we even click Save that this field is required. However, if we ignore it, click Save, we'll get an error and we still will be prevented from updating the record until we provide a value for request type. If we do provide a value, we save, of course, the update action goes through, the save action goes through. Thank you for watching this finite video.